Hey guys, Motorcycle Major here once again. I'm going to do a little talk about riding safety. I see it too many times. You got the people out there not riding right. You got them not wearing the right gear. You got them not paying attention. So we're going to cover a couple things today. Just to go over that. The biggest thing is being alert. You always have to be alert. You always have to scan ahead of you to make sure a car's not turning into you, or someone's trying to pass you or get in your lane with you to make a turn. You always have to be paying attention. I know it's always been said in many videos, but the problem is if you don't stay alert, something's going to happen. You always have to be watching everywhere. Example, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. Nobody likes to see that. No one likes to be involved in that. And I've been an EMT in the state for many years, and it's not a pretty scene when you roll up on something like that. And I've seen quite a bit, and it's sad. It's because people don't pay attention. They get on these bikes and they think they're Superman. You ride wheelies down the street. You have to speed, you have to show off, and it's not worth it. It's not worth the outcome in the end, because you're going to get hurt, or you're going to get killed, or you're going to hurt somebody else. And it's not worth it. So please, always wear your gear, always be aware of your surroundings, and take precautions. You don't have to speed. You don't have to ride wheelies. You're not getting any. What are you gaining from riding wheelies down the street? What? Some people thinking you're cool? Not worth it. So, don't. Just be cautious. Ride the bike for what it is. It's a fun way to get out during the day or at night or whatever. A couple buddies together. It's fun. It's not meant to, do you get in a car and try to ride wheelies in a car? No, of course not, because you can't, and it's not worth it. So my advice is, don't be a show-off. Think about what's gonna happen if you do. Think about all that'll be involved. So please don't just get it and be a show-off, and it's not worth it. So please remember all your gear. Remember to pay attention. I know I'm keep saying the same things, but I can't stress it enough. Get yourself a bike that you're comfortable with. Don't, a lot of people say, what's the first bike to buy? 250R or a 600RR? I'm telling you right now, if you're not used to riding a bike and you don't have yourself trained to, go easy on the throttle and everything else, a 600RR is not the way to go for your first bike, because if you go back too far on the throttle and you open it up, you're gonna go for a hell of a ride, and you're probably gonna crash because it's fast. If you just want to start out, get a 250R, or get a Ninja 300, or a CBR 300, something smaller that you can control, and they're easy to learn on. And after a year of riding or whatever, then go get yourself, if you feel confident, then go get yourself a bigger bike. But don't go out and get the fastest bike that you can, or the fastest bike you can afford, because you're not going to like it. You're not going to be able to enjoy it because you don't know how to ride that well yet. I don't even remember what I was pointing at there. I think there was a plane flying by or something. But, I've seen guys go out and buy 600 or liter bikes, and they don't even know how to ride them yet. And so what is the fun? There's no fun if you cannot ride and you don't know how to ride to where you feel safe and comfortable. Then it's a waste of money, or it's an accident looking to happen. And I just can't stress enough, buy something you're comfortable with. Don't go out and buy something you're nervous. If you get on the bike for the first time and you're nervous, there's going to be a problem, because if a circumstance comes up and you're not exactly sure how your bike's going to react, and you react the wrong way, there's going to be an accident. You're liable to get hurt. So please, guys, I know everybody's going to do what they want anyway, and everybody's going to watch different videos, saying, yeah, 600RR is the way to go for your first bike. I'm telling you, it's probably not a good idea. Get something you know how to ride, something you can learn on, and then go from there. The next thing I want to talk about is when you're riding, regardless of what bike you have, when you're riding, don't tailgate. Don't be right up behind the person that's in front of you. Because if, God forbid, they slam on their brakes, you have no time to react. And, I've seen plenty of motorcycles that run into the back of cars because they're too close. They think it's cool to tailgate because they're in such a hurry to get wherever it is they're going. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not worth it. You're going to get hurt. You have no reaction time. Another example too is coming up here on this intersection. What you want to do is you want to have your bike either, I happen to be in the middle lane right now, but you either want to be in the left side of the lane or the right side of the lane, because if someone's coming up behind you and they happen to not see you or see your brake lights, they're gonna rear end you. But as long as you're checking your mirrors and you're looking around, you can avoid that. If you have an escape route, you should always have an escape route when you're in an intersection or you're at a stop sign or somewhere, because if you don't, there's nowhere to go. Now, as far as lane position riding goes, everybody says, I see a lot of bikers, they ride right next to the yellow lines, which is the left lane position. And I don't think that's a good place, because, God forbid, you take a spill right there next to the line. There's a 100% chance you're going to slide into an oncoming car. Now, if you're in the center lane or the right lane position, you're better off because you have a more escape. Yeah, there's telephone poles, mailboxes, whatever, but it's better than a car. So if you have to put the bike down, at least you're going to be going in towards grass, or you have a better chance of not impacting on another moving vehicle. You shouldn't really ride in the middle lane. That's 50-50 for me, because the middle lane is where all the oil from the other cars come. That's the oil line, so they say. But I haven't had a problem. When you're riding, it depends on. There's no right and wrong lane. Let's just put it that way. Because if you're in the center lane and you can't see in front of you beyond the car, then naturally you have to get yourself in a better position so you can see what's in front of you, so you can see what's coming up. Now, and again, if you're tailgating, you can't see anything, you have no time to react. But if you kind of move around to where you have your best view and to where you can see what's in front of you, a possible car coming out of an intersection or a hidden driveway, then that's where you're going to be. Like I said, there's no absolute proper lane position. The best position to be in is where you can see and plan your route, plan your escape, your reaction. That's where you want to be. So, guys, just keep that in mind. I'm not here to tell everybody how to ride your motorcycle. I'm not here to, be the bully and say you have to ride this way or you're riding it wrong. All I'm doing is I'm just trying to help people. I don't want to see these accidents anymore. I don't want to see careless driving. I want to see people buying bikes and enjoying them. That's what they're for. And I don't want to see, I'm just trying to help. Some people might not know different things about riding a bike. It might be the first time and they're watching this video. That's fantastic. I'm just putting out some helpful hints and some tips, just to be safe and to pay attention. Like right now, I'm actually a little too close to the car in front of me. However, if a car is coming behind me right now, I have an escape route to the left. I can roll right out to the left side if I notice that the car behind me isn't stopping in time. And that's what you want. You want to be able to get out of the way. It's a safety factor. Just you have to think. before you get on one of these bikes. You know, this once you've been riding for a while, yeah, it's like a game. It's a toy. They're awesome to ride. It's nice to get out in the weather, and you know, it's better than being in a car because you're all caged in. You know, so guys, just think. You know, think about what it is that will happen. There'll be so many things involved, so many people involved. You know, you don't want that. You know, if so, just pay attention and just think and be safe out there. That's my only point here. You know, and another topic I just want to touch for a few minutes on is places to ride. Now, granted, if you've been riding for 25 years, you're pretty much going to ride wherever you want to ride, and that's how it's going to be. However, if you're just beginning out and you're just learning how to ride, don't get on main highways, don't get on expressways or parkways or interstates, because you're gonna get intimidated and you're gonna get nervous. The best thing that you can do is take side roads, take back roads through the country. You know, roads that aren't as heavily traveled until you get used to riding, until you get used to weight transfer and cornering and shifting and, you know, being smooth on the throttle. That's where you should be riding, you know, away from traffic to learn the bike. You know, spend a month or two. I know it sounds boring, but spend a month or two getting used to your bike and how it handles. Because if you don't know how it handles, then you're going to have problems when you get on the road. Yeah, I'm sorry about I keep putting my hand up in front of my face, but my visor's right there, and sometimes when you stop, it gets hot, and my camera's right there on my chin, so don't mind the tattooed arm or the glove coming up every once in a while. But back to my point, you know, ride somewhere where you know, it's not crowded, because until you get used to your bike, that's the safest place to be. You know, I see guys buying bikes, they jump right on it, and boom, they're on the interstate, or boom, they're on this major highway, and there's, you know, traffic everywhere. It's not a good idea. And again, I'm not here to say what you should and shouldn't do. I'm just here to give some helpful hints. You know, I want to see more guys getting bikes. I want to see more people buying them and riding them and enjoying them, you know, for what they're worth. And, you know, like I said, I can't stress enough paying attention. You know, this van in front of me, once we get through this intersection, you should be able to see it on the camera, but I mean, this is a classic case right here. This guy is a friggin' idiot. You know, and this is something you have to watch for. And see, this is the space between me and this van right now is about what I usually keep it, maybe sometimes a little further. But, you know, it's safer that way in case he slams on the brakes. But if you notice, coming up right now, he turns on his left blinker. He's going to turn left into the shopping center here. Now, if you're not paying attention, right away you'll see that blinker go on. You're going to try to shoot past him on the right side. This is why you shouldn't. Right there. Idiot puts the wrong blinker on and turns the wrong way. That's how people get killed, because someone's going to run right past him thinking he's turning left, and he's going to cut right in front of you, and your reaction time is not going to be quick enough. So that's why I stress paying attention, and, you know, you can still have fun on a bike and you can still enjoy it, but you have to pay attention. I only swerved right back there because there's this stupid thing in the road and it hurts when you go over it. So guys, that's all I got to say for today. So enjoy and be safe out there. See you soon.